for volunteering to help register our participants for the Christmas store. In this video, you'll see how to use our new system for this year of registering a guest for the Christmas store. So you'll start at vrbc.net/register2023, the website that you'll be given when you show up to help. And when you get here, it looks like this, and you will click register right here. When you click this, we get to the spot where we need to enter a cell phone number. So have the guest use their cell phone number to do this. So for my purposes, I'm going to use my phone number, but you will not use your phone number, use theirs. Type in their phone number, and then they will get a code texted to their cell phone number. And this is the code that I received when I used my number. Type in the code to be able to keep going. If somebody else, if they're already registered, like in our system, their names will be here, okay? But if they're not, then we will enter in their information. Okay, so for this registration, I'm going to say that this is Mike Brady. And I am going to put in Mike Brady's email address. And then they need to get the code sent to their email address. So I'm opening up my email. I see it. Okay. Now I need to put in how many people I am registering for the Christmas store. So we know that we have Mike Brady, so he's going to be adult number 1. And then if Mike has a spouse or a secondary adult or guardian, we'll put 1. If Mike is a single parent, then you can leave this at 0, okay? And we are going to say that Mike has 2 children who are who are school aged, right? And he doesn't have any children who are not school aged. But let's say he had 6 children who were school aged. We can make it go all the way up to 6. You just want to make sure you have these numbers correct before you move on. If these numbers are not correct after you leave this page, it's difficult to fix it. So you will need to flag down somebody. So just double check this information that you have all of this correct. If you had a preschool child, you would put this here, right? But for my purposes, I'm going to say there's 1 adult, there's a secondary adult, and then there's 2 school-aged children. And then I'm going to click next to continue on to the next section. Now we're going to enter in all of the information for each person. So we already know that we have Mike Brady, and we're going to say that Mike's birthday is February 14th of the year 1984, and Mike is a male. Then the secondary adult, it still says Mike Brady in here, and I just need to add a new person, right? So my new person is going to be right here, Carol Brady. And Carol's birthday is June 3rd, 1986. All right? And Carol is a female. Do we want to add this person to the household? Sure. Okay. Now we have a space for the 2 children that we said they had 2 children. This is why you want to make sure you have that other screen correct, because we don't have a place to add somebody else here, okay? So now we're going to go through and we need to add the names of their children. So we have Jan Brady, and we're going to say that Jan's birthday is August 16th, and she was born in the year, let's say 2010. and Jan is a female. So we just fill all of this out, add this person to the household, and now we need to add for the other children. So hopefully sometimes your guests will already have their page all filled out and they might be able to hand it to you to type this in. But if they didn't, this is just a great way to engage in some conversation, talk about birthdays, talk about what grade the kids are in, and, just make them feel at home as much as you can. Be friendly and welcoming and all of the things that we want to show people that we are. So I'm filling out all of this. When I'm done adding in all of my information, you might want to come up here and just verify that it's all correct and then hit next. And now on this next section, this is where we are going to we're going to decide on what time they want to come back on December 9th to pick up their toys, okay? So all of the times will be available. If a time slot is gone, that means it's all filled up with the number of people that we want coming each 15 minutes, okay? So let's say that Mike wants to come at 9:45. Tells you right here how many slots are available left. And at this point, you'll have a card in front of you to write down as a reminder for them. If they have their phone, you can have them go ahead and put it in their calendar. They can take a picture of the card that you fill out for them. Just let them know it's really important that they remember that they come back on December 9th at their time to pick up their gifts so they can take them home. Okay, so this gives you a reviewing page, and then we're going to register them. All right, so now for each person in the household, we need to go through and we need to fill out an address. So they live at 678 Nice Street, and they live in Pleasant. Well, no, really, let's say they live in Coppell, right? Let's say they live in Coppell, Texas, 75019. We have the phone number already. We have the email address already. Will their guests need an interpreter when they show up? Mike does not need an interpreter. Is Mike interested in any of these ministries? Let's say maybe Mike is interested in children's ministry, and maybe he's also interested in groups. All right. So a great way to engage in more conversations about what our church has to offer. And Carol's information, we can put in a phone number for her and an email address. And does Carol need an interpreter? No, she does not. When you get to the children's information, this is where you are putting in their toy choices. So for each child, hopefully they have already looked through the catalog and looked at what is their choice for, what is their first choice for the large category, the green category. And then if that one's not available, what is their second choice for that one? And then you'll do the same thing for red, okay? So the green category, those are a higher price point. And so we want to make sure we're choosing something from green, and then down here, something from red. So let's say that they've already looked through the catalog and they are going to choose this makeup mirror as their first choice for Jan and their second choice for Jan. So all of these codes right here are in the catalog, and the catalogs will be in the room for us to look at if we need to look at it. Then in the smaller price point category, We just scroll all the way down. They start, by the way, in case you can't tell, they start from the younger choices. See how this is leapfrog things, Fisher Price things. So the younger children up here down to the older kids. So let's say that our first choice here is this purse for Jan. And if that purse is not available, then maybe maybe she wants a football with a pump. Yeah, sure. Jan wants a football. And then we're going to say, what school does Jan go to? And then we'll go to the next page. And then we will fill out all of the same information for Marcia. If your participant, your guest, has not already chosen their choices from the catalog, you can go through and you can have the sorry, I'm trying to do this and talk at the same time. Can you tell? You can go through the catalog with them and you can help them select. Is another fun way to engage in some conversation with them. And then what school does this child go to? Here we go. And then now you're all done, right? We have the information for Mike, for Carol, for Jan, and Marcia, and it says thanks for registering for the Christmas store. Just confirm you have everybody done. And then, really important, you actually need to log out. So right here, this person right here, because this is all under Mike Brady, right? So you can't do another participant under Mike Brady. So you need to come to this button in the top right corner and you need to log out so that your screen looks like this again. Actually, I think you might want to go ahead and close the whole thing and then get back into the site before you try to start with a new participant. And if you have any questions, there will be lots of people in the room who can help you.